Bethany, and I grew up in a extremely Christian Southern Baptist home. And every person, every man in my family was pretty much a preacher. There wasn't a day that I don't think that I was at church doing something or helping somebody at church. And that was my life. I didn't know anything but church. And so when I was 6, I was at Awanas. That's just a little Bible school thing. And they asked that if you felt like you needed to have God in your life, to raise your hand. And to this day, I still can't put to words what happened. I mean, I was 6 years old. But I just felt something put my hand up. And it wasn't me. And all I can explain is that was the Holy Spirit. And at the age of 6, I could feel the Holy Spirit raise my hand up. And so I grew up, and I mean, nothing drastic happened. I didn't, stop doing drugs or stop, stealing, stuff like that. I mean, I was a pretty good kid, and I was 6 years old, so I didn't do much. But I didn't really. I understood the basics, but I just really didn't fully understand yet. And when I was about 9 years old, it fully hit me that I needed to put God first in my life, because my life was a mess, and I have really bad anxiety and depression, and I was worrying about it all the time, and it was consuming me. It was consuming everything about me to the point where I was making myself sick all the time, and I couldn't do it anymore. And I just had to have God lift me up again and help me. And I got to that point where I was at such a rock bottom that there was nobody to turn to except God. And that was the point where I knew that God was really all that I needed, because He was the only one there when I needed Him. And since then, it's just been a learning experience. I have some days that are good and some days that aren't so good, and my relationship with God is just like my relationship with my friends. I've got to keep working on it and keep growing with Him and learning more about Him, and He keeps changing my life, and He consumes my life to where I don't have to worry about things anymore, and I don't have to worry about who I'm going to be when I get older, or who I'm going to encounter, or who I'm going to marry, or things like that, because He's got it under control. And that's the big change in my life, that just God's in control, and that takes a lot of pressure off me.